Hi. So some of the things that I have learned from this class, or through this course is the value and importance of checklists to make sure that the groups and the projects stay on task. That's one of the things I really struggled with this past year is making sure groups were always on task when they needed to be. And I really think checklists will allow me and the students to see where they're at, where they need to be, and when they need to be there. Checklists also provide an opportunity to evaluate students and to provide formative grades or daily grades, depending on what your school district calls them, throughout the project. There's another area that I struggled with because projects, if you have a project that doesn't end in 9 weeks or for 9 weeks, then you have to have those grades going throughout, and you have to be able to evaluate the students. So I think that the checklist will provide an evaluation tool that isn't just a rubric that is used at the end of the project. I also found the value of the review stage of the project planning and management. I think the review stage and this phase really helps students to perfect their project, and it also allows them to give and receive constructive criticism and grow from that experience. I think students really struggle with giving and receiving criticism. That just because you have something that isn't positive doesn't mean it's not bad. It's the way that you say it that can make it bad, or if it's ugly or mean. So I think that helping the students learn how to give and receive that criticism is a really good skill that will help them later on. I also think the review stage or review phase helps students learn to evaluate and analyze their own learning and the learning of others. So they're having to think in a much higher level as they think about what did I learn, what am I showing, and what are these students learning and what are they showing. And so they have to really evaluate that. I think that's a really good skill for the students to have, and I think helps their brains work better. Some things that I would still like to learn about project management is how to create valuable rubrics that are based on the TEKS and specific to the project, and how to incorporate those 21st century skills into those rubrics, how to make sure that rubrics are based on the content, not a quality or quantity of something like, oh, you have 4 graphics and this and that. I would like to see the quality of the product evaluated in my rubrics. I would also like to see how you could use project-based learning and project management to teach the basic skills in my classes instead of direct teaching, or using written tutorials that my students have used in the past to work and learn computer programs. I would like to see and figure out a way that I can wrap my brain around how students can go about and learning those skills on their own and not become so frustrated and aggravated that they don't want to learn and that they get discouraged. So I'd like to see more projects and I would like to see me developing more projects that can do that. Some things about this class that were really inspiring is just the different grade levels and the different age groups that are incorporating project management into their classes. A person in my group is doing project management with kindergartners learning math skills, and that's just, to me, is just awesome, and really teaches those kids how to work well with each other and how to be responsible for their learning. So I think that's really cool to see how project management goes from the business and industry into all other different areas of education, not just specifically math or science, or when you get older and you have to go get a job and become a project manager. So I think it's really cool to see the different ways that it can be used. I've really enjoyed the class and I've learned a lot, and look forward to hearing and seeing the other projects that people have made. Thanks.